Bugünkü jıyılanımızın mağanası General Assembly'de ilk jıyılanımız. Bu AKBA'nın kanununa göre her yıl sayın olurga sebepli bir zattı. Onun için de Març'ın 30'unda her yıl sayın her memberkesinin membership'ini cangırtıp April'ın 30'unda oy atarga erkinliği boladı. Bugün barınızda memberlik olup kelgensiz. Allah razı olsun. Pek sağ olun. General Assembly degen 3 zatta oy atadı yılan gününde. Birincisi Board of Trustee. Bilgenizce Board of Trustee 15 adam boladı milletin içinden. Ondan sonra Rules and Ethics Committee'de boladı 5 adam. En azından Audit Committee'de 3 adam boladı. Bugünlükte elhamdülillah barısı da bu komiteyle hazır boğalla. Bundan algan kesigiz eşitken de bolusuz. Eki grup bolup, eki grupunda bir etip bana tamadalarımızı ona sıyınıp barımızda 15 adam bolup bana köbüsü paydalla Board of Trustee kuralandı. Barısına da Allah razı olsun. O iki gruptan da 15 adam kadar barısı da bir ona sıyınıp ortada kaygı cürmesin de Allah egizat buldu. Board of Trustee'lerini suratlarım olayda karasanız adları da var. Bundan Allah Facebook'ta, Instagram'da da açıklayan egalanı barısından. Bulanı mağanası, bula AKBA'nı 10 Türk Allah bir gruptu bu. Bugünlükte de ama kolumuzda kirgen zamanımızda bergen kalıplarda Allah'da razı olan adam bulağa dep deme oy atabillikti. Razı olmağında Allah'da başka bir demesi vardı. Ama kamen koyarız degende, başka bir zat aytırız degende turup aytabilir. Ama her adam da turup aytırız izlermezge bolduktan çünkü tübünde cezada bildik sikesigizni aytırız degen zatımızını o demede kalıptı. Ondan sonra Rules and Ethics Committee'de milletin içinden 5 adam bu adamla vay millet şangan. AKBA'nın işlerin cürütebilgen. Kaydam AKBA'da algarak işlegen, AKBA'dan habarı boğan. Allah adamlardan kuraladı. Sözcü bu adamlarını biz de nominate ettik. Barınız da bilesiz işlegenle barısı da AKBA'da da, Ulu Cami'de de barınız da tanıyorsunuz. Razı olsanız bulağa da çöp atıp oy verip bulanı da approve edebiliriz. Ondan başkası anlaytayım. Rules and Ethics Committee'nin mağanası sözcü bu AKBA'da cürügen işlerine göre kelip kıyırdan bu zat tersti, bu zat tüzdü de lay tamadalaça. Ne açısından birisi alayda bulay bir zat boladan caratmayız. Ne caratabız derler, ne caratmayız derler. Allah kelip bortka da onu verebilirler. Faydam lay tamadalaça. Aksak Allah deyik. Allah bir bort önemli o 5 adam. Ondan olsak Audit Committee'de var. Audit Committee'de aytkanım çalada milletin içinde belgili millet şangan finance'da haberleri boğan adamlar. Bana geçler biz alanı nominate etkemiz Allah etsa. Burada AKBA'nın üstünden, finance'ın üstünden ne türlü bir soru olsa, bir kaydan bir adamını bir caratmagan, ne caratkan zatı olur. Allah da gelip audit edip milletke sorgan zatlarını açıklayabildik diye Allah etsa. Yani olsak Board of Trustee 15 adam keslerin içinden, süysele keslerin içinden, süysele dışından Executive Board'unu saylaydılar. alanda bulayda görebildiksiz. Executive board'umuzun nemelerimiz de vardı. Board of Advisors, caş adamların alanda cığımız. Birisi marketingden kaydam, yüz komiteden var. Her biri kesini kaydam bir ekspertiz boğan bir nemesi vardı. Bir ceri bardalar da kesilerine köre Allah'ıysa boğuşa varıkla bizge. Ama aytırım budu. Bundan arı Yusuf kardeşimize söz vereyim. O da bir kesek finance'lerin üstünden haber aytsın. AKBA'nın budgetinden açıkanı kelgenini ketkenini kaydam. O da bir neme aytır. Ondan sonra bir kardeşimiz vardı. O da marketing haber aytır. Bizge AKBA'ya kalay golla salgamız. Marketingini kalay tergizleyimiz. Kalay tabarız Yusuf.
Sağ olunuz, sağ geldiniz. Quarter 1, 2023 financial statement. Bujo beginning balance was 5,342. So far, from January until now, today, with our expenses and revenue, we are at $24,685. And a lot of that is because of our membership drive. Any questions?
What is utility expense?
Um,
Utility expense nedir?
Electric, cleaning, internet, garbage, sewer, all that involves in taking care of the building. Fire. Yes.
First quarter'da yazıladı.
First quarter.
So, anı cıllık etken zamanımızda neme bolluk mudur? Bir 50 bin dolarga cuk bir...
Some of it was back pay, overdue, that we paid this year.
Okay.
So it should be normally less than that.
Okay. O section'da, utility expense section'da cıllık bolup average kalla bir boladı.
I would say no more than 30,000.
30 bin dolar.
Next slide, please. Okay, so updates to all of our members. Financial updates, 2021 taxes were completed. 2022 income taxes have been completed and we're current on all utilities. Our savings account plan, long-term goal, we want to save 20% overall on operations. And we want to establish an emergency funds goal of 20% as well in our savings plan. Repairs that were completed, we had a leaking roof this past year that was completed, and we're pending a HVAC servicing and update. Main revenue streams for AKBA this year is going to be memberships. That brings in the most revenue so far at the moment. Hall rentals, we have a good hall rental team that's going to be active with that and taking care of that. Donations, events, AKBA Cafe, once we get that open, AKBA merchandise, and with the help of Aliyah, who finished her, I believe, master's degree in grants and compliance, will be able to apply for state, local, and federal grants, inshallah. Any questions?
I believe the gentleman in the back.
Just kidding. Efe had a question.
Mr. Cengiz Çanak.
Beni tutma.
Şimdi alayda bu revenue stream pek alamat bir proposal'dı. Beni soruk zaten o grants and government assistance o ana bir sap olayık çünkü hükümetten algan zamanınızda ve açığa vergen zamanlarında anlanı da aykırı nemeleri bolluktur, rulları bolluktur.
Sure.
Membership kim bolalıdı, kim bolmaydı zaten Allah zamanda neme kıynarga bolluktur. Anga iyi karayık.
Sure, inshallah.
They can only dictate how you use the funds. They can't interfere with membership. They can only dictate how you use the funds. can't dictate memberships or anything like that, just if
Okay.
they allot certain things, they can only put into that.
Yeah, inshallah, we'll learn that as we go too, right? I don't think we want to sign up onto anything that's going to put AKBA in a bad position. And inshallah, like with the expertise of our grant writer, we'll be aware of that. Have I had a question?
He's a kid.
Okay.
Rental agreement bo'lgan zamanında kimge rent etese, kimdege rent etmeyse o Allah bir neme üstünden biraz detay var mıydı?
Just depending on experience of people we have rented it to, we usually just determine what type of people or family they are when they come to rent it. But the most people who rent the AKBA organization would be Arabs, Turks, and some Mexicans here and there. Outside of that demographic, we usually don't get much hall rentals outside of that demographic. But overall, I would say, you know, in my experience, when we were here running AKBA, we really had no true issues with renting it to certain type of people. We protect ourselves with the rental contract. We do have a security deposit, and there's stipulations in the rental contract of what the renting party has to do to enjoy themselves here, I guess.
Rental rate kaç birdi?
Rental rate right now, where's Engin? What do you got on the rental rate for, let's say, Friday and Saturday night?
Friday, Saturday for members, $750.
For members, $750, Friday, Saturday night.
For 8 to 10 hours, full day rentals, no half days, and non-members, about $1,500 plus deposit plus cleaning fees.
So for non-rentals, it's $1,500 plus $500 security deposit and $250 cleaning fee. So that's a good revenue stream that we have to, or we're planning on, like, you know, marketing more this year. It's an extra source of revenue, and inshallah, we won't have any problems with anybody that rents it. We have good control, even with security and the supervision of the party when it does happen.
AKBA kafenin üstünden de bir sorumuz değil mi? Endağın üstünden bir iki söz açsanız.
Well, we're deciding on what we should do with the AKBA Cafe. We're wondering if we should hire somebody for it, or should we have someone run the space and take care of the inventory and the cost of goods and keep the revenue from the AKBA Cafe? Because if you look at the AKBA Cafe, like it's not the biggest part of the revenue in AKBA, but if we're running it yourselves, it could be an expense to keep it running. So we haven't truly figured out how we wanna run that yet, but we have about a couple ideas of how we wanna do it. And inshallah, in the next month or two, we'll be able to at least go public and say, you know, either this is what we're gonna do or this is what we're looking for, if anyone's interested in doing that for AKBA. Okay.
Ciğer bolup kaçan açıladı? Ertemi açılıktı? Thursday, Friday, Saturday mi açılıktı? Operating hours bolup ne sağladı burası?
Initially, we want 7 days a week. That may not be feasible. We may do 5 days a week, starting Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 p.m., 3 p.m. to midnight, something like that. I don't know if it would be worth opening in the daytime. If the General Assembly feels we should be open during business hours, we could do that as well. But from experience, it's usually open after 3 p.m. Okay, next slide, please. So next slide, we're going to talk about marketing and communication. I want to thank Mert and Humeira for bringing their expertise in marketing and their experience in marketing into AKBA. I know we've always talked about this in the past, but while talking to Mert and Humeira, they really opened up our eyes to how we want to establish AKBA publicly and moving forward, and, you know, grabbing the community's attention and doing things for the community. This structure here really laid out a great game plan into our community outreach. So with that being said, I'm going to introduce Mert Chagan.
Thank you, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Yes. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for being here today and listening to us. We are taking a holistic approach on how we can bring marketing and communications to support AKBA as a brand and branch out into sub-pillars. So just a quick high-level ideas of what we have come up with so far. We want to first and foremost, identify the creative brand identity for AKBA. Wherever you see AKBA, wherever you see a newsletter for AKBA, wherever you see a social media post, receive an email, we want the branding to be concise and same across all the channels. So even if you're just visually scrolling through the internet, we want you to be able to see it and say that is an AKBA post, and the branding is there and is visually captured by everybody in every single audience. And with that creative brand identity, we'll be branching out into more of digital, which is we have it listed on the slide as owned, earned, and paid. Owned is all of our channels that we have, which is our AKBA website, our social media channels, as well as our YouTube channel. Earned media is what we're going to be looking to expand across, New Jersey, Passaic community, even, and just trying to get AKBA's name out there more, to get more press and just explain our story across the area that we live in and serve. And paid media is to also, to some of the questions that were coming up, how we can leverage it to bring more business up to AKBA.
Thanks, Matt. And then next we have communications. We really want to make sure that we're holding hands and saying the right things. So if we land on key messages internally, then we can also share them externally. So think about 3 key main points, an elevator pitch, if you will, for AKBA, and making sure that we're saying them throughout our community, as well as our sponsors, our donors, and across the board. Then we also obviously have resources. The image that you'll see here is definitely from like a master class, but what does that look like if we're able to bring that into our community? So the masters of our community to come in and help support. So we want to be able to serve across our community, from our youth to our adults to our elders, and these resources will be able to be put in place to do so. What that can look like is like field trips, workshops, program extensions. One of the examples that we had in one of our conversations was like, how can we help our elders while they're getting, closer to retirement? How do we handle these resources that we have within our community and outside of it, and bring it in so then we can serve our community better?
Cool. And then 2 other items that I'll talk about is partnerships and fundraising. We want to make local partnerships with small businesses, even businesses of tradespeople that we have possibly in this room or across our entire community. We want to basically highlight and amplify every single Karachi person that can be leveraged in our community and support, make the whole partnership and just support in a holistic way. As well as fundraising with the financials and whatnot. I'm sure some of you might have questions, but we do want to get into how we can fundraise for AKBA, whether it's through events, having donors, and call bookings, and etc.
And the way that we're looking to do this is that where we want to start as our foundation is to hear from you all, as well as our greater community. Community insights, as well as a pulse check within the industry, will help keep us sharp and make sure that we're serving people by listening. So what you'll see from us is going to be a survey that will go out and kind of just filling it in and hearing from you on like a black and white piece of paper, like kind of get the feedback that way, digitally even. But then we also want to set time with the community from peer to peer. So youth groups led, adult groups led, as well as elders, to make sure that we're getting the best and serving you with what you want from AKBA. We can sit there and sit in a room and talk about it, but without having your input, we won't be able to serve you the best that we can. And this all actually comes into membership journey as well. So this is a bit more, when you become a member, what do you want? What do you want out of your membership? What can it give you that would actually make you feel empowered? What obstacles are in your way that we can help support you? And when we think about a membership journey, from the moment that you sign up to you get a newsletter, to an email, and even just like show up to our experiences, it should all feel connected as one journey. So those are our key goals, and you'll definitely hear and see more from us in the future.
one additional, I do want to celebrate that we do have a AKBA website, as being a generation who heavily uses digital era. If we can, actually celebrate and shout out to IBEC, but thank you for volunteering. It means a lot. It's still a work in progress, but members are able to log in. They're going to be soon renew their memberships, but currently right now you can log in, you can go to akba.org, see what events are coming up. We do have our contact, social media, and galleries, images from past events. And yes.
In terms of the security of the website, as we know, there's a significant amount of hacking and people who are trying to cause, bad image of an organization. Are we secure on this particular topic? Do we have members who are well-trained in this IT sector so that it is not hacked? That is, very important question.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, when we are looking into building out the website and having the membership portal, as well as when you do go into renew your membership, because at a point you will be going into the transaction phase where you do submit your payment online. In order to make that happen, we do need to clear the security checks for everybody that would like to renew their membership or apply for a membership. So that is something that we are heavily looking into and making sure before we release it. That's why right now it's a placeholder on the website. It's not officially launched.
Who will host our website?
For the website question, who will host it? IBEC? If you can.
I can't really hear from back there.
No worries.
Sorry, what was that again?
Who's hosting?
Which organization is going to host our IT,
Yeah.
this website?
So the website is hosted on Squarespace.
Okay.
So Squarespace is Fortune 500 completely secure website. And they have their services for, I know you mentioned the member pages and all that. So all of that, your logins and everything are completely secure when you go through it. We'll be verifying for when members sign up or attempt to sign up. So we have an approval process. So we double check with our records, who's members and all that. And because it's third party, it's nothing that we're doing scratch. The safety is all on the side of Squarespace.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Thank you. Thank you, Med. Thank you, Meda. Thank you, IBEC. So the American Karatai Benevolent Association, AKBA, celebrates and preserves the rich cultural heritage of the Karachai and the North Caucasus communities in the U.S. So what can you look forward to at least this year and to continue? And one of the things we want to do is standardize the operations of this organization. So this way, every time a new board comes in, no one reinvents the wheel, no one takes down the old stuff and tries to put up new stuff. If we have a strong foundation to run the operation as an organization, as a 501c3 organization, we're going to build those standard operating procedures to do so. And you can look forward to Karachai picnics being continued by AKBA, dance class, AKBA Cafe, enhanced communications, as you saw from our marketing team, and supporting all generations in our community. And inshallah, continue the Bircha and unity slogan. So we need your support. And I wish more members came. I'm sure everyone else does, because this is a very important message, especially when it comes to aligning AKBA's objectives. What we need your support with is to participate in any of our Q&A sessions that we have, and any surveys that we publish, and any workshops that we have for all the different demographics of ages in our community. So when we target our community, we can't target just one age in our community or a certain group in our community. We have to be able to encompass everyone from ages 0 to 13, from ages 13 to 25, from ages 25 to 60. 65, 70, 80. So when we ask our members to come for our workshops, when we ask our members to fill out surveys, that's going to determine what our community needs. So if you see an email come from AKBA, don't disregard it. If you see a Facebook posting asking to take a survey, don't disregard it, please. We're here to serve our community, so we need to know what our community wants from us. So be on the lookout for that. And I will call Ali Totorgobek to close out the General Assembly presentation.
Sağ ol cemaat, kelgenizgen tebrikleri. Görgenizce we have a strong team. Allah etsa ol жазылған etilgen zatlar, andan da köp zatlar terik biz. Ama bu bir 10-15 adamını küçük betirlik zat işletildiler. Sağlay millet har biri har ona göre koşulma gerek. Haydan sponsor etalgan sponsor kelip volunteer etilgen adam volunteer. Haydan onu etilgen adam kelip onu etsin. Barımız da koşulayıp milletimizni uyatırma gerekti. Allah görürüz biz. Allah etsa bundan arada barıp biz de pişanama sağ olunuz kelgenizge. Kelmegenlerinde Allah etsa bir çurumları boğan bolu kel almayanlar için. Allah da Allah bizden emelede koşulurlar da bizge bek sağ olunuz. Selamun aleyküm.
Bir kitap başlamışız. Allah etsin.
Allah razı olsun.
İnşallah.
İnşallah.
We want to open up the time now for any questions from
What's the
the
next
General
event?
Assembly.
So everybody's letting their hand.
Next event, inshallah, will be the picnic.
Cengiz Çavar.
Inshallah, will be the picnic. Go ahead, Mr. Chagai.
And the general question bolup sorganım. Bilesiz Kafkas'tan türlü milletler vardılar.
Sure.
Endi biz kesibimizni Karaçay dep organization dep nemetebиz. O Karaçay organization'ni biri member bolama dep izlegen zamanında kallay neme bile ne sorabız? Atan Karaçay mıydı, anan Karaçay mıydı, Kartatan Karaçay mıydı? Zaten Allah zatlarını soranbız. O faktörler ne dile?
Well, the factors are written in the bylaws, and if you promote the Karachai culture, are interested in the Karachai culture, are eager to help with the Karachai culture, that's kind of what it states in the bylaws to become a member. So it doesn't say anything about moms being Karachais, dads being Karachais, grandfathers being Karachais in our bylaws. And so right now, if we go by the bylaws, there's a lot of people who are not Karachai that can become a member. Good.
Yani sorganımız sebebi men eski camide Nemetgen zamanında boardda alayda bolgan zamanında bir 2001 yılından sonra bir Amerikanlık kelgen edi. Men neme bolup özleyim. Karaçayçı ürünü gezleyim kelgen edi. I want to learn Karachay kelgen edi. Ve men anda bek neme taktım. Unusual bir request bolup taktım. Allah izatlağa köz kulak boluğa gerek biz. Kimdi bu adam? Ne sebeple geledi? Nemesi ne dedim? Allah izatlağa da iyi kararga gerek biz.
Yeah, we do have the approval process for memberships. Anybody that would sign up to become a member, the board would review, and if we don't know that person, if that person has never been to AKBA, if that person has never been involved in any events, Karachai events or AKBA events, then that leads to further questioning of who this person is.
We're also due to review the bylaws and make necessary.
That's a mission that we want to accomplish this year, because the bylaws were written over 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Some of the stuff in there is expired. So we would review the bylaws and then hold another General Assembly meeting to go over the proposed changes. And if anyone has proposed changes that they want to add, please write it on the ballot that you were given.
Next event deb sorduğunuz cemaat demene itirazlayım. Bilgeningizçe Mayıs'ın 3'sünde Karaçay milletinin sürgünden hızına kaytan gündü. Demeden Orta Asya'dan. Ama o weekday boğan çünkü o gün adamların işi başı vardı. Mayıs'ın 7'sine de Play'da cihlan eter biz Allah ise. Alayda bir videola zat göstürük biz. Karaçay'ını ol Kıvanç günüdür. Izlarına kaytıp gelgende sürgünden demedi eventten sonra toy öter gezleseler, gençler toy öterle barızında saklayız. May 7 saat 2'de. Ol da pazar günü olmuş. Tamam bugünçe kelseniz. Demeden kapardaytırıp kısıcı ol kesip saatte hamda nemede Kafkaz'da korrespondent olup nemede news channel'da işlep gelgende. Ol materyal jiyip söyleşir gezleydi, haber aytırgazlaydı. May 7 barızında saklayız Allah etse kel alsanız geliriz. Başka sorunuz aytdığınız çok ise Tamadalağa da bir söz bergezleyim. Allah da çıkıp çok aytsalar, suyup tınlarırık kaysınız başlasanız da nemetiniz.
Söyleşirge suygen Cengiz'de onlar
Cengiz tecrübeli de her zat öyle. Her zattan anlar. Ha.
Bağlı egeçlerim, kardeşlerim. Beni tanıganlar da vardı, tanımaganlar da vardı. Ben Çağırlan Cengiz'im. Atam Karaçay'dan çıkandı. Anam Karaçay'dan çıkandı. Kazavatlı zamanında. Ondan sonra 4 yıl, 1944 yılında yola çıkandılar. 1948 yılına kadar 4 yıl mabullayıp türlü cellede olup Avustralya, Germanya, İtalya, Allah cellede olup kamplardan emetip birinci Türkiye'ye yerleştiler. Alayda men bile o saatte Türkçe'ye bakma zamanlarında tamada geçim Asya, ondan sonra tamada kardeşim zor var idi. Yolda mavi kısa bir geley tavlada saklanıp nemetip Allah kıyın zamanlarını yaşamadılar. Türkçe'ye geldiğin zamanında sağ olsun Türkçe'miz bizni kelgen Karaçay milleti cedile verip nemetip bizni atalarımız, analarımız da çiftçilik edip anıbıla yaşamlarını kazangandılar. 1963 yılında Tolstoy Foundation'da bir neme var idi, foundation var idi. İmigrantlara oluşan, Rusya'da çıkan adamlara oluşan bir foundation var idi. O foundation'ın sponsorship'i bile atamız, anamız, ondan sonra çocuklarımız o saatte Amerika'da 1963 yılında kelgen edik biz. O saatte kelgen zamanımızda Amerika'da bir 35 bile 40 aile Sinyavu Paterson'da nebet geledik. Biz historiyamız malaydı. Ondan sonra 1970'lerde demelerimiz Karaçay milletçileri Türkçe adında gelip başladılar. Allah'a şükür bu saatte biz iyi kesek nemelerimiz vardı. Membership olup yani membership degen nüfus olup kallay bir adam vardı desene bir 1500 bile 2000 adam dolu uzep duramıyor. Ondan başka ondan görmüyoruz. Men anlayını tanımıyor. Endi men bulayda aytırgayız degenim. Bizim Karaçay'da milletimiz Karaçay dili bizni unutup baradı. Sabide Karaçayça öğrenmeydi. Karaçayça ne etmeydi. Ama o kaygıdır bizi. Ben anı nemede internette kaçan olsa da follow edip durama ne boladı, kalay boladı zaten. Anıda biz NAA'da biz Amerika'da bir çok bir küçük bir parçamız. Biz bunu bu organizasyonun 1989-1990 zamanlarda demedik bu binada bu üyde satıp alınanla yürüp barabız. Allah ise giden ilgiye varımız. Sabide endi biz ne mablayda köresiz suratta ne dikken bizden sonra geldik ve bütçe dili çıkıp göresiz. Allah'larını savaş edip anlarını nemetip dilimizni nemetirge. Ben Amerika'ya gelgen zamanında adamlarla söyleşken zamanında İtalyan, Irish, Alman, oh my father was from Italy, oh my grandfather was from Italy, oh my grandfather was from Ireland, oh Alayeti. Ben de sevsin diyeyim, anlamayın. No, bizim de Allah bolluk boz, anı nemetirge gerektir. Sabilerimiz televizyon üzerine gerektir. Bulayda canlı neme bolganı bulayda language class eterge gerektir. Language class eterge gerektir. Bulayda Karaçay dilini söyleşip sabilege üretirge gerektir. Ana ben inanamam, ana eterge gerektir. Ben volunteer ederim mi? Gelip gidece sabiçikler bile oturup nemetip, uşak edip, anlara nemetirge söyleşirge nemem eter mi? Kurum benden sonra Karaçaysan'ı Ege bilgen egeçlerimiz, kardeşlerimiz, sizde de kelin, sizde de nemetik, sizde de anlamda sabilerle söyleşiriz. Ben 40 yıldan kök banking and finance and commercial insurance sektörde işlegen ettim. Wall Street experience bolup nemetip, men sizge nemetip bulayda youth neme künde eterge gerekir. Bizde türlü adamlarımız vardı. Different sektörlerde işlegen nemetken profesörlerimiz vardı. Okuyan adamlarımız köktü. Tradesmenlerimiz köktü. Anlamda nemetip bulayda sabideki yol gösterge gerek bizde bana inanın. Nemeteyi sabideki neme yolunu köyüşteyi okuyan nemeni köyüşteyi, o yolların köyüşteyi kes algı ayıttım. Bank sektörde Karaçaylı adamlar da azdır. Hani biraz köbre geçsek, sabideni üretsek, nemetsek, kesibizini, milletimizni ilgili için bu. Bir gün Allah aytsa, bizim sabilerimiz de neme cergeye gelip, ulu cergeye gelip, anla da milletimizni beteni cargıtır. Maalesef.
İnşallah.
Sağ olun.
Kesi bankamızda olur inşallah.
Kesi bankamız olmasa da
Bolur.
Bankalarda tamada
Karaçay milleti kuvvetlidir.
sabilerini yetiştireyim. Anların nemeteyi.
İnşallah.
Ben size son bir neme aytırmazım. Çeşmerat'ın bankta çalışma zamanında 1992 yılında bizni nemede Eyüp camimiz vardı ya nemede Brooklyn'da. Anla açık keregi. Ben o nemenin, o loan proposal'ını Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island sektörünü adamına varıp aytkan etkili. Adam anti neme olduğu için, anti Müslüm olduğu için unamadı. Ondan sonra I'm not going to lend to this organization. Ben sormadım, ne dedi? I'm not going to lend my money dedi. My money dedi söylemişti. My money dedi söylemişti. Mana aytırız dedi. O olayda, o saatte ben adımla nemetirge davlaşığa pozisyoncu oldu. Okey dedim de koydum. Mağallay nebe. Business organization. And bu organization'ge açığa gerekti. Anı bir bankadan barıp alırga olduk mu? doluluk nek olmayı. Bindiğini süküre, tut da var, bankalar demek, 250 bin dolar bizge açmak gerek. Bu şey, 250 bin dolardan da çok. Okay? Ama working capital loan deydi. O saatte gerekli bu okanımızı ne bitiririz, bütçemizi yaparız, gerekli zaplarını da yitiririz. Okay? Sağ olunuz, Allah eksa ikiden ikiye bakırız. Sabilege bulayda ben recommend etkenim, neme professional day debnemetim. Round table'la sağlık bulayda, different sektörlerden adamlar olup Allah bize destek debnemetim. Okay? Tamada kardeşlerime bulayda da nemetim, sağ olunuz, beni bulayda iyiydiyiz. Allah ise bundan sonra da söyleşip duruğa, birbirimize onu edip, birbirimize support edip duruğa Allah barımız ve nasılsınız.
Amin.
Gracias. Voy más allá en día.